Yo, we say myself, Big Zuu here. I'm here with my brother.
Tubsey.
And man like
Hyder.
We're here with Word on the Curb, linking up with NHS. And we're about to get talking about some interesting topics and different things while we whip up a meal. Do you man have an idea what you're chefing?
Nah.
You have no idea? Well, guess what? We are making a tried and tested West African classic dish. Right here, we say little drum roll. We are making jollof rice.
Jeez.
Okay.
What off?
Nah, don't gas it. My name is Big Zuu. I'm a MC, musician. I got a show on telly. I don't know how, but we did that as well. And I'm also a DJ.
Zuu, you got some big shoes to fill. Not
Yeah.
saying your mum got big feet, but this better be good.
Wow.
I'm Tubsey. I'm a delivery driver, logistics guru, chef, a TV personality. I'm a lot of things, but you're just gonna have to learn that over time.
My name is Hyder and I'm part of a show called Big Zoo's Big Eats, if you lot don't know. And yeah, like we make TV.
Yes, my mum's jollof is amazing. We know this. You man have come to my yard countless times and had a jollof.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we're chefing it today, so man's representing Sierra Leone. Salon, couche, me party there. Yeah, say couche.
Couche.
Say howdy, buddy.
Howdy, buddy.
Everybody final. Boom, this is a very simple recipe. What I love about Sierra Leone cooking and West African cooking is people think that like man are just on a crud with a one pot and they're just the one African mama with the big thing just chefing it. That's not how it goes. We use very important cooking techniques. I'm about to make a meat stock and reduce that into the rice. You're about to see meat prepared in 3 different ways. You're about to see stewing of fresh vegetables in lightening and just grasping the unbelievable flavor that is packed into this little cube. Yeah? Now, if you're watching this thinking, what is a Maggie cube? Don't worry, I got you. Today, things gonna change.
You gonna learn today?
We make it rain.
They don't want us to know what's in a Maggie cube.
No, they don't. Boom, let's get chefing. I would say having a television show with my friends from secondary school is definitely a very big achievement. So doing that with the lads is definitely high levels. But we're pushing forward, we're trying to do more things, you know?
I get to spend it with the man them, 2 guys I grew up with. And we just enjoy what we do, make people laugh, cook food, and it's fun.
Can you peel that onion for me? Now, see onions, they make you cry, yeah? Wait for to make the onion not make you cry, yeah? Cool, you chop the top, add to the top off, and then you get the bottom, bow. And then what you do is you chop it in half, and you face it down. Now you won't cry. With this part of the meat, you just wanna have the onion for flavor. This is to go in with the meat that's boiling. Man, then what you lot been saying recently? How you lot been feeling? How's life treating you?
We've been good, man. I wasn't too hungry to start off with, but now I've got these aromas, and now you got me the jollof in my head. I'm hungry, bro. I can deal with it right now.
You feeling hungry?
Yeah, man.
Now what I'm gonna do is put these onions in the water. Yeah, this is gonna flavor our meat.
I have to lift up the sleeves.
Oh, some beautiful lamb shoulder. It's just gonna go straight in. I'm looking forward to having an open conversation about something that we don't really talk about in a different setting. Normally we're in a van when us man cook together. So now we can chill and just relax.
It's not that, bro. It's just the
Are you actually
jollof.
crying?
It's overwhelming, man.
Oh my God.
I listened to his technique and he lied, bro.
When's the last time you cried, Hyde? Apart from now.
Couldn't even tell you, you know?
I cried the other day.
Yeah?
I got asked to do something. I couldn't believe that they asked me to do it, so I cried.
Oh, so it wasn't an emotional cry. It was an
That is
emotional
a
cry.
version of
It wasn't
crying.
upsetting.
Crying, why does crying have to be bad? Why does
No,
crying
that's
have to
what
be
I'm saying. It
negative?
was a form of good cry. So why do you lot reckon there's this stigma around men not showing their emotions?
The stuff that we learn when we leave our house, when we go to school or when we go to work, that kind of forms our understanding of society, especially black men, like people are talking about it now in terms of mental health, the stigma in terms of opening up. You feel me? But now, what do you man think? Because you man come from like an Arab background.
It's not normal though, as a man in the community that I grew up, yeah, to cry. Unless you lost a loved one. What's normal to cry about in our communities?
Nah, I hear that still.
Some people, they express it in different ways. So if crying is your way to get out, I'll respect that.
What about you, Rides? What do you think?
I've always felt good after crying, innit? So there's that sense where if it helps.
Would you say you're an emotional person?
Yeah, from being told by the man, and I'm quite an emotional person, but I just got a big heart, innit?
Cooking has been something that we've loved since we was kids. Not all of us had enough money to go to a restaurant, so we've been like, let's bypass that whole thing. Let's just buy the ingredients and let's just chef up a real meal.
Pickle fry. Can you please get chopping with the tomatoes? But this can't be long. I need these in like 5 minutes, all of them. Like all of them. Tubbs, if you can help Hyder as well. I'm going into my Gordon Ramsay zone now because I need it, guys. I need it. It's dying here. The sea bass is dying here. When I'm cooking with the man them, I'm a proper like Grinch. Like I always moan. But I love when it comes together at the end and we have a good meal and we know that we chef this proper. So I just add some Scotch bonnet just for the sweetness and the smell. The smell is unbelievable as well. All right, boom. So my base on my onions, garlic has been cooking down. I put some Scotch bonnet. I put 1 Scotch bonnet in there. Now I'm gonna heavily season it. Got some all-purpose. We slap that in there just because. White pepper. It's a nice little way to balance out that craziness of the black pepper sometimes.
So how long is that gonna cook for, Zuu?
Needs like 30 minutes to stew. Now we can start working on the meat. Now think about how you've seen it in a jollof. Small cubes, but they're not too small to the point where they're gonna disintegrate. They need to be big enough to handle the stew. But you know what as well, the frying it, see when you fry it, that's what firms it up as well. So what do you man want to achieve in your life? Like, what's the kind of legacy you want to leave behind?
I have great children that I can be proud of.
You ain't even got a girl like that, bro. Nah, I rate that though. You grew up in a big family, like you were saying you're a family man.
It's a family
So
thing,
you want to have a family legacy, like live on the Mashayikh name.
Yes, exactly that one.
What about you, Hydes?
Just make sure the people around me are happy. Make sure if I'm gone, they're looked after, they're good, everyone's comfortable.
You are very forward thinking.
What about easy?
Care about myself, man. Trying to be a big yard. Nah, joking. You lot know my aspiration in life has always been to open a youth club. You know, I feel like me and Tracy, we came up from a private youth club called Rugby Club. They helped us with for nothing in return. And I just want to be able to do that for young people as well. So when young people have done their thing, I can look back and say, yeah, I helped that, brother.
The greatest gift that you could give is the gift of life.
Yeah, the gift of life, you know, like look at our mumsies, you get me? They gave us life, we owe them everything in the world, you know what I mean?
What other forms of life gifting do you think there is?
You can give your kidney away. We've got 2 kidneys.
Would you do that for man? Would you give man your kidney?
Yeah.
If man's
I've
compatible.
got 2 of them, innit? What are you not giving away though?
My vocal cords. Because then someone else is going to try to sing like man, bruv. You're going to have to at least owe me half of the bread.
What would you not give?
I would definitely say your brain.
My brain needs to get studied for the sake of science.
Figure out how we never make this mistake again. Big man thing, it's literally just fried meat. It won't taste nice, that's why I didn't let you taste it. Let it go in the meat and stew, bro, trust.
So what do you guys know about organ donation?
I don't know, man used to always try to tell me that it's haram. So I've never really looked at it, because people used to always say to me that it's haram to do stuff to your body when you die, innit?
I think unless you're risking your own life and your own health, you shouldn't have anything against it, really. What I did here, literally, I think towards the end of last year, was that you had to opt out yourself if you didn't want. So I think everyone's registered naturally.
Okay.
Like the law is everyone's registered.
So we're
all registered as donors, I think. But
Okay.
if you want to opt out, you have to sign something and opt out.
Why do you think people are scared to like look into organ donation?
I think it's because of misinformation. If we've had family members that have needed organs or something like that, maybe we would have looked into it.
That's true, if it affects you, maybe you would care about it
because
more.
maybe it hasn't affected us in such a direct way. We haven't thought about it in that perspective.
The thing is, I'm kind of at a place where I would do it for my family if they need it now.
Or someone in the community, someone that we know, like really and truly, because that's where charity starts, at home. The donation rates for white people is actually considerably higher than black people and ethnic minorities.
I mean, that makes sense though, from how I look at it, because I would think that people from our kind of backgrounds would be more skeptical in terms of wanting to donate their organs and stuff, you know?
Why do you think that is?
Like organ donation is not something that's like part of like common like different ethnic community groups, like their practices, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not something that I've ever talked about within Islam.
So I've done some research in Islam, and contrary to popular belief, it's actually not haram.
It's not haram to donate
not at
your
all.
organs.
Actually,
Unless
unless
it
you're
affects
gonna
your
die.
health
Yeah.
or your own.
So if you're gonna donate
body.
your heart,
So it doesn't matter about how you'll be buried.
no, it doesn't, because your soul and your spirit is different from the body.
I hear that.
With the organ donation, does it have to be for the same blood type?
So with organ donations, it's blood and tissue type. And being from the same ethnic background means you're more likely to have a match than someone who's not from the same ethnic background.
One thing I do know is that people from big backgrounds are more susceptible to things like diabetes and hypertension, and obviously those kind of things lead to organ failure, which is why man need more organs, cuz from people that are like yourself, because if that representation ain't there and people ain't doing it, and then something happens to your loved one where they need that from someone, how would you feel? You'd feel mad upset, do you know what I mean? Because you know that people aren't getting that help. Not because it's not possible, but because the lack of education is there.
Yeah.
It's sad, man. It's sad, I'm not gonna lie. But it's also about the communities that we come from being educated more and understanding the food that they eat and what it does. And it's a big cycle, man. Do you know what I want to happen? Let's say I become an organ donor, yeah? Let my liver go to like Cristiano Ronaldo's son or something, so I can be part of the Ronaldos.
He's not gonna need a liver. My
got
man's
the
scoring
entire Portugal
100
giving
goals
them
for
livers, bro.
Juve under
Like,
nines now, bro.
It's blood type and ethnicity and
and
tissue.
tissue.
So my thing's mixed race, brother. So let's say J. Cole needs
Okay,
like a kidney or
alright,
something.
okay,
I'm
yeah.
there, my brother. Cole,
Aight.
I'm there. Yeah?
Oh.
Shout me, Dreamsville.
What else you got for him? What else you just liver? Kidney.
You can hold the stomach.
You got 4 stomachs, you know them.
I'm not a
them
cow,
ones
bruv.
that- When I die, okay, you can have it, everything.
Slow down.
Yeah, but if it's gonna give
Benefits
people
are-
life, bro. Me, I'll be honest with you, I'm a Muslim, innit? So the afterlife is a real thing, bro. Think about it. To give life to them people, and then imagine if they go on to do good things as well, bro.
The blessings
benefit,
continue.
The blessings will be crazy.
I never looked at it like that still.
And if you're
Never
dead,
looked at it like
bro,
that still.
really, end of the day, man's dead, bro.
It's gonna rot away,
You know
innit?
what I'm saying?
But that's the thing, I think that part of the conversation is hard to have, you know? People, when they lose a loved one, they don't want to think about, oh, am I really gonna now opt in to make them give their organs to someone else? Really, you just want to lay them
To rest.
to rest. You don't want to think about someone coming, cutting them open, taking the things out. Do you understand?
I've watched a couple videos of people traveling to go see where their children, for example, or their family members have donated their heart or donated their eyes to look
Okay.
at their kids' eyes or look at their family members'
see- to
eyes
see
in
what it's
someone else.
done, to see what
or
it's done
even
for
I've seen a
someone
man listen to his daughter's heart in the next man.
person, yeah.
That must be a mad moment, you know? The legacy lives on, whether it's your own family, your own seed, or the community you live in, or just people that need help. It's really important. Because
true.
when we're dead, what are we gonna do? It was really good to chat to Zuu and Hyder. More time when we see each other, we don't have actual real conversation. We end up just cussing each other or just like playing games. And sometimes we don't actually have real conversations. You need to have that with people around you that are important to you. People's all moving.
I feel a bit more clued up when it comes to discussing organ donation. I feel comfortable within it now, whereas before it kind of felt kind of like taboo. But now it's kind of like something that I've kind of been able to digest and kind of face head on rather than just trying to shy away from it.
I think it's something that we shouldn't hide behind, something that we should bring out to the forefront and speak about. We should be very clear with our families about what we want and our views upon it, because after we die, there's not going to be time. And sometimes if they don't know what you want, they'll end up doing nothing.
I'm actually a bit surprised at how well it's come out.
I mean, I don't think I've ever felt uncomfortable discussing organ donation, but I definitely know a lot more about it now, and it will be easier to have convos in the future.
Do you know what the truth is?
That this jollof is
Getting cold.
greatest jollof.
I'm definitely gonna look more into organ donation and see how I can kind of maybe spread a message about it more to try and do my part. People should know that, you know, it's your own decision. It is your choice whether you want to donate your organs or not. But it's definitely good to try and help people and save a life, and I feel like it's something that we should definitely all consider. All right, bow. Give me a plate, Tabs.
Come on.
Let's go.
Excited.
Are you excited?
Come on.
Yeah, man. Yeah?
So it's good though.
Going on there.
What's the presentation saying?
Beautiful, mate.
It's great still.
All right, yalla, we ready?
Oh, boring.
Bismillah. That's serious joints.
Oh my god.
Out of 10?
I'd give it more than a 10 to be honest, but
I'll give it a 9.
because your mum ain't helped us do it, basically.
Jollof. You have been initiated into the world of Jollof. I give this a solid 9 out of 10. Man, I can't lie. I'm proud of you lot.
Thank you.
It's been a great experience. And we've also been able to talk about things that we never would talk about. You know, that's have emotional convos with you, man. We're either just talking rubbish or we're just talking about money. I respect that we've been able to come together, have an actual proper conversation, you know, as brothers, and learn a couple of new things about each other and things about things I didn't know about before, you know.
If there's anything that I can do or anything that people around me can do to aid someone else and I can help them live on without it being detrimental to my health, by all means.
Are we all confirmed organ donors from today?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we are anyway because we haven't opted out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not opting out.
I ain't up tonight.
I'm staying in. I am an organ donor, even though I was kind of shook. I was a bit scared. Right now, I feel more, you know, at peace, and I feel like my religion is definitely not holding me back from doing it because I've learned, you know? It's about being generous. Inshallah, alhamdulillah, mashallah.
This was absolutely delicious. I'd just like to thank God for giving us this food. I'd like to thank your mum for teaching us the recipe.
We got the crew under the curb. I big out the NHS. If you want to get more information, go to organdonation.nhs.uk. Shabao.